district in Rhode Island since 1995. Representing the 2nd district in Rhode Island since 2001 is someone who's actually first served with Patrick in a legislative body back, I think, in 1988. That would be Jim Langevin. Some of you may also know about Representative Langevin, that he was the first person in a wheelchair to preside over the House earlier this year on the 20th anniversary of the ADA. So it's with great pleasure that I'm able to introduce Congressman Jim Langevin.
Thank you, Bill, and good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am just so thrilled and honored to be here tonight, to be able to honor my good friend and colleague, Congressman Patrick Kennedy. By the way, the dean, still dean till the end of this year anyway, the dean of the entire Rhode Island Congressional delegation to the House. all 2 of us. Mrs. Kennedy, it's great to be with you as well. I want to acknowledge you and thank you for being here.
Here,
well.
here.
Honor Patrick. I'm just so privileged and honored to be able to share the stage tonight with Senator Dodd and my former colleague, Congressman Gephardt, who served this nation in the House of Representatives for so many years. It's great to be with Representative Gephardt. Thank you for your service, Dick Gephardt. Well, I want to acknowledge all those who had a hand in putting this event on tonight. It's a real privilege for me to be able to come by and honor my good friend, colleague who I've known for now more than 2 decades. Patrick and I were first elected to the Rhode Island House of Representatives together in 1988. We were the youngest guys in the House at the time, but separated by 3 years. But we were in our 20s, and then I think the next youngest to us was in their early to mid 30s or so. So. We've come a long way together and fought many battles together. And I have always looked to Patrick as a friend, certainly a role model, someone who has always lived up to the highest traditions of the Kennedy name in his commitment to public service. He has always been a tireless champion for working families, for the most vulnerable in our society. He has always fought for basic human rights, for things that we all are entitled to: a good education, a good health care, and a voice for justice at every step. He has so many things to be proud of during his course in public service, and could have done anything else with his life, but he devoted his life to helping others. And that's why I've been so proud to call him my friend and to share these many years in public office together. Patrick, you've made a difference, particularly obviously on mental health parity issues. And you were a voice for so many in that silent struggle who had no champion. And you were the one in your own personal struggles who put yourself out there, made yourself vulnerable on behalf of others. And for that, so many are grateful. And because of that, so many people's lives have improved. I remember on the floor of the House, after I believe it was 6 years of Patrick fighting for that mental health parity bill. It was almost an attempt to derail the mental health parity bill. And I was so proud to lend my voice to making sure that that effort wasn't derailed. And I said that at the time, I know what it's like to live with a disability, and my disability is obvious. But with an electric wheelchair, adaptive, accessible van, and other assistive technology, I can live a free and pretty independent life. But there are so many people, millions of people across America who get up out of bed every day who struggle with mental illness. Amen. Whether it's addiction to substance abuse or alcohol addiction, depression, chemical imbalance, so many other struggles, mental health that is silent struggles, that people don't have the right support and help to deal with their struggles. That has all changed because of Patrick Kennedy. People now that have illnesses of the brain now have the same rights and treatment for those with physical disabilities. And Patrick, for the millions who you've made a difference for, thank you, and God bless you for that. I've often heard Patrick in public forums back home, and we are so proud of him back in Rhode Island, in which he's used quotes of his uncles, either President Kennedy or Senator Robert Kennedy, and I think one of them in particular really suits Patrick, and which said, Robert Kennedy said, "Each time a man stands for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance." Patrick, you have brought down walls for so many. And I know that as you leave the Congress, first of all, your service will be sadly and greatly missed. More than words can say, both by me and by all of your colleagues. But you have made your mark here, in the Congress, and in our nation. And what does inspire me is knowing that your service is in your blood, and it's going to continue in other ways. And I just want to say that I look forward to engaging in those fights together in the future years ahead, and I wish you all the best in this next chapter in your life. God bless you, and congratulations.